Hey.
Good evening from Toronto. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Grizzlies have long departed Vancouver. The Raptors are Canada's team. And right now, one of the most consistent in the NBA.
And this team has a whole country behind them, Ed, just not a city. And I'm so sick and tired of fans talking about this team can't make it out of the playoffs. They have the personnel to achieve the ultimate level of success, and that's winning an NBA championship.
No, in hockey terms, he's ready to drop the gloves. We're ready to go in this one in Toronto. Opening tip taken in by the Raptors, and we're underway in Toronto. Leonard to Lowry. Here comes the screen. For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship, and the goal is to win one now.
Runners good there.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Leonard not getting the bounce. To Griffin. Stuffs it down with authority.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Leonard to Lowry. Knocked loose. Lowry. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
I'll look out for that same move on the next possession, though.
To Reggie Jackson. No good. Oh, looked like he may have gotten him there.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chipper.
Swings it to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Down to Griffin. Nice pass to get things going.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Lowry to Gasol. And stuffs it home.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Jackson to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Kawhi Leonard at the line for 2 shots. A career 84% free throw shooter. Misses the first. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Jackson with it. Leads just a point. To Griffin. And the 2. The finish at the rim for Drummond.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Lowry with it. They're down 3. Jay, what do you make of the pressure on this franchise? A whole country is watching.
Pressure makes diamonds, my friend. So if you're your jury, you're...
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And hits the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Lowry. Pistons come away with it. Griffin. To Alonzo Trier. Nothing going here on that drive. To Alonzo Trier. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. It goes down.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
To Leonard. And he dunks it down for 2.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Jackson down low for Griffin. And throws it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Leonard to Lowry. Gets it in the right corner. Lowry to Leonard. Shot clock winding down. Kawhi Leonard. Rebound to Detroit. Jackson with it. Up by 6. To Alonzo Trier. No good. Lowry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First try at the line, no good. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Jackson with it. Up 5. Alonzo Trier to Drummond. Down to Griffin. Over to the right side. For 3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Danny Green to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He's 3 for 7.
Old school equals high percentage.
Jackson with it. Leads 3. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. Leonard to Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry. Deep right corner. To Lowry. Andre Drummond rejects it. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. New blood coming in for both sides. Lowry. The shot clock expires. It's a 5-second violation. Lowry. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Lowry with a shot that's no good. To Griffin. Pascal Siakam snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
To Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Lowry. And the rebound comes down to Smith. From long range. That's how you defend.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Zaza Pachulia. Huge block. Yes. And a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Whoops. That won't go.
Stepping in for the Toronto Raptors, number 33, Marc Gasol. Into the game
is Smith. To Luke Kennard. Down to Zaza. To Luke Kennard. Lets it fly from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Oh, defender pulling the chair. From 18 feet at the buzzer. The first quarter's complete. The Raptors in front. Jay, one quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
Well, both teams had their rhythm. They established the tempo that they wanted to play at. But ultimately, something happened.
stepping in for Toronto, number 23. Entering the game,
Smith.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one goes down.
Okay. What are you doing? I bet this. More about that page.
And he hits the second. No good. Made the first two, missed the last. And counted at the rim.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
The possession in favor of Detroit. To Luke Kennard is Smith. Kennard. That's out. Last touch by Norman Powell. Detroit with 4 to shoot. Smith buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Lynn to Van Vliet. Down low for Powell. Missed a wide open look. Another follow. No good. Is Smith. And a nice finish at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Shot by Lynn won't go. To Luke Kennard.
Get in there.
Count the bucket for 2.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Can't connect from inside. The screen sets him up for 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Lynn to Ibaka. Great feed. Sets it up. Rim rocker for Norman Powell.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Hooper. No.
Is Smith. Serge Ibaka.
Oh, no.
Saves it away.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Lynn to Ibaka. Has a chance. Serge Ibaka. 2 of 4 now.
I don't know what the point of you having a scouting report is if you don't utilize it. You're allowing him to get to positions on the floor where you know he feels most comfortable. Make it a challenge for him by making him do something uncomfortable.
Screen coming. Count the basket inside.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Lynn with it. Down 2. The drive. Right to the basket. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Pistons ball here. Is Smith. Probing the defense. Is Smith. He'll get it down to Johnson. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Unable to connect on the free throw.
Dude, that was all you. Come on, man.
Fred Van Vliet. To Ibaka. Oh, big finish at the rim. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
He cruises in for two. Too easy.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Lynn with it. They trail by 2. To Powell.
Oh, shoot.
Serge Ibaka. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
The okey doke. Let's see if he'll try that one again.
Try to cash in. That's no good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
So many times you can tell if a player is going to finish before he even gets to the rim. Did you see that look on his face? That was a look of a three-point play. You always going in think you can get more at the rim.
Screen coming. Shot by Lynn won't go. And scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Ball's controlled by the Raptors. Sizing up the defense. Lynn to Powell.
Oh, shoot.
Has a look. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Lynn to Powell. Short jumper won't go down. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Here comes the screen. Fred VanVleet to Lynn. To Powell. The pass set it all up.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Is Smith. To Luke Kennard. Here comes the screen. Is Smith. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Kennard. To Smith. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that 3-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
You can count that one. 4-point play. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25+ assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Screen coming. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Okay, that time it was effective. But a really good defender will put that in their memory bank.
Fred VanVleet.
Shit.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a 3-point play.
Cooper.
No foul.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
It's Detroit's ball. Ish Smith to Griffin. Gets it in the right corner. Fires the three.
Get in
Now
there.
that's a contest. Fred VanVleet to Ibaka.
2 minutes remaining.
Leonard to Danny Green. And finishes strong.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. To Alonzo Trier. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
Here's Leonard for two. Gets a look. Can't hit. To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's now 5 for 6.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
He was hacked. They let it go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
And count the basket inside.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Danny Green. And he's going to the free throw line.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
Knocks down the first.
All we saw.
2 for 2 on that trip. Pistons have it. Marc Gasol. Blocked away.
That one's in the 15th row.
Huge denial. Ish Smith. To Alonzo Trier. To Smith. Deep right corner. 4-3.
Drop.
Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Doesn't get the bounce. Long heave from 3/4 court.
Oh.
That's it for the first half, with the Pistons way out in front.
All right. Step up.
The Pistons entered halftime with a solid lead. The Raptors are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've been scrapping, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. Game drive. Field goals. The Detroit Pistons are off to a good start so far today. Let's see if they can keep up this level of consistency for the rest of the game. Player of the half. I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. Who was cold? Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
To Alonzo Trier. Here comes the screen. Alonzo Trier goes to the right side. To Smith. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Pascal Siakam to Leonard. Here's a chance from long range, and Kawhi Leonard buries the three with a hand in his face.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. Ish Smith to Alonzo Trier. Here comes the screen. Alonzo Trier to Smith. Deep left corner. Lets it fly.
Come on, baby.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
He showed that he had great chemistry with his teammates on that shot. Keep getting him good looks, and the one will just keep scoring.
Lowry into the front court. 14-point deficit. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level? But that jumper's wet, too.
Ish Smith to Alonzo Trier. Shot clock to 4 for the Pistons. Ish Smith. The shot, almost. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of that.
Pascal Siakam to Leonard. Oh, I missed a short one there. 2 for Blake Griffin.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Leonard to Lowry. Deep 2 there, won't go. Ish Smith. Nothing going here on that drive. To Griffin. Active fans to stay with it. We'll get a jump.
I better be going against Kawhi, not Siakam.
They're in position.
Darn it.
Let's see who can retain it. Lowry to Leonard.
Oh, my
Won't
boy.
go.
There we go.
Has a chance.
Get in there. Damn
It's
it.
rebounded by Gasol. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Down a bundle. To Drummond. Throws it down.
Yeah.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Ish Smith. Down low for Griffin. Count the basket at the rim.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied.
What are you guys doing out there, huh?
Great pass to set
Oh, he's
up.
wide open.
Leonard,
Damn it.
It's good. coach wants to see more from his D.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Ish Smith to Griffin. That pass taken away by Toronto.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
The possession in favor of Detroit. Ish Smith to Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. That's how it's done. He's 4 for 4 in the game.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard. Drummond snares the rebound. Trying to cash in.
Damn it.
Can't connect. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Leonard to Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Shot from in close, no good. To Griffin.
Come on, Blake.
Yes,
And one.
and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter.
No.
Add 2 points to the board.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Now a steal.
Oh,
as the Raptors have
my
it.
bad.
Fred VanVleet. To Leonard. Has a look. And he hits.
There's no stopping that. You either got to double or deny him the ball from the jump.
Pistons ball here. Jackson to Griffin. Pascal Siakam able to recover with the block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To Griffin. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Now, opposing coach is going to counter. Make some changes of his own. Fred VanVleet.
Substitutions, Detroit. Substitutions, Toronto.
Alonzo Trier. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Slams it down. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball.
Ugh. Come on.
They don't want to lose this possession. Let's see what they can do with the jump.
Too short for that.
Lynn with it. The deficit now up to 13. To Leonard. Jumper's good.
There's a natural tendency when you guard a right dominant hand player to send him left. But for a guy who's a good mid-range shooter, that's wrong. His pace dribble is his left
Dunk
hand.
it, dude.
Forcing
Come
him to go
on.
right and
Slam
knowing
that
the
ball.
chances are higher of him trying to drive
know I can.
and attack the rim. That's knowing the scouting report.
To Jeremy Lin. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Alonzo Trier.
Get in
Takes it
there.
right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Here's Leonard for two. And scores.
The reality
Testing,
is no one
boys.
can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just
No,
one
that's supposed to
individual.
be Drummond. damn it.
Kennard to Drummond. Marc Gasol with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
The assist from number 7, Kyle Lowry.
To Luke Kennard. Curling inside. Off the assist.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Ibaka. Rebound pulled in by the Pistons. Has a chance.
Inside the 2. Oh,
Shot
damn
will
it.
go. Ibaka to Leonard. Lays it up and in.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Jackson with it. His team leads it by 10. To Alonzo Trier. Not done yet. And it's Gasol with the rebound. To Lowry. Too much contact. And free throws coming.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how
Give
you
me
get
some
to the
nuts,
free throw
dude.
line.
I'm having trouble. Yeah. Kawhi's kicking my booty.
Kawhi Leonard has got 2 shots coming, shooting 75% so far tonight. First one, count it.
Get your nose out of my armpit. It's cold.
Able to convert on both free throws. To Alonzo Trier. Drummond. Goes to the left side.
Take it, Drummond. You dumb.
Drummond. Beyond the
Oh,
arc
give
for
out, baby.
three.
Get it.
Gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Here comes the screen. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Short jumper misses.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Serge Ibaka. With that, he's 5 for 9.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Luke Kennard. Drummond. To Jackson. Easy path to the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Lynn, down low for Leonard. Second effort. Another follow, still no good.
There we go.
Label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
Stuffs it down with authority.
This is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Lynn to Leonard. To Gasol, down low. Gets a shot up, off the mark. To Alonzo Trier. Jackson. Gets it in the left corner to Drummond. And he knocks it down, Jay.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Toronto with the basketball to Leonard. Screen coming.
Big kick right there.
Surveys the floor. Leonard.
Sorry. You guys are chewing on my chair. I'm gonna thump you. Where are you chewing on a rock? You don't need a rock. Bad for your team.
Kawhi Leonard is going to get a chance at 3 here. He's been steady, 83% at the line. First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw.
Come on.
And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3.
Don't worry.
To Alonzo Trier. Griffin. Kawhi Leonard with a piece.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
That pass
No!
taken away
God
by Toronto.
darn it. It's supposed to go on the Blake.
It may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
That's usually one that he'll knock down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it,
Get
keep
in
being
there.
physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
And the basket good at the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Toronto has the basketball. To Leonard.
Oh, shit.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. To Reggie Jackson. Won't go down. Reggie Jackson. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Lowry with it. His guys down big. To Leonard. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Jackson with it. Looking to make something happen. To Drummond. Whoa! What a finish!
What?
You know, from a point guard perspective, one
You're
of the
fine.
things that I
Sit there and
learned
watch
when I
the game.
played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when it
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Jackson with it. His guys leading by 14. Down to Griffin. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
It's the Raptors with the basketball.
That's not rooting for me, dog. That's whining.
Leonard. Going along.
Dang it.
Down the arc. He's had a good shooting performance.
So he's gonna drop
But
50
it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
Fires the 3. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
Danny Green to Leonard.
Come on.
Can't connect.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
To Alonzo Trier. Slam dunk, Alonzo Trier. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Leonard to Lowry. They'll get it down to Leonard. Slams it down. Now the Pistons going to use a timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down from mid-range.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Blake Griffin swats it.
Yeah.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Has a look.
Nope.
Not that time.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Jackson with it. His guys holding the big lead. Backcourt violation is called.
Dang it! Couldn't get back in time.
He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now
Come
5
on,
threes for the
boys.
game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15
makes
points
sense.
off three-point shots.
The Pistons are the winners as they win this one handily.
Whew.
That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
David Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Pistons finished with a narrow victory on the scoreboard. You ask me, and I'll tell you, with the ball movement that made all of
How'd
it.
that feel?
There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. The Raptors lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment. The way they shot the ball was outstanding, but even still, it wasn't enough to get the result they wanted. More often than not, you're going to win games when you shoot the ball as well as they did here today.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Damn.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On the way, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Check out the upcoming games for the Toronto Raptors. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
One more rebound. No, that a triple-double. Dang it.